super strong like Luisa.
The donkeys got out again.
On it! Or effortlessly perfect like Señorita Perfecta Isabella. But Mama, why am I the only one that didn't get a gift?
You're just as special as anyone else in this family.
You just healed my hand with an arepa con queso.
Stephanie, I wanted to start with you first. How does it feel being the newest Disney heroine? I've read that you're a big Disney fan as well, so I'm assuming it feels great.
I mean, you can imagine, as a fellow Disney adult, it is wild. It is every single dream that I had as a kid come true. It is all those times of me, imagining myself as these heroines and sort of singing these songs to myself in my mirror in the bathroom at home, and now it's really real. I got to really sing a Disney, like a cacophony of Disney songs in a Disney movie that I'm in. It's wild.
And there's going to be little figurines of Mirabelle everywhere.
It's so crazy. They did this thing. Disney had us sort of open some of the toys and stuff, and they cut together this really cute, fun video of myself and John and Lin-Manuel opening some toys, and they barely used any of my footage because I was fully sobbing, just bawling, sobbing. They couldn't use any of it, but it was a real reaction because it was press the button and my voice comes out of the freaking doll. It's insane.
Encanto is very much a big celebration of who you are as an individual, but also Colombian culture. And I was just wondering how that feels, all of you, how important it was to be a part of.
Well, Diane is right in Colombia right now as we speak.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, I'm here. It's incredible. I mean, to get to do a film like this, and then I visit Colombia so much, and I've never even seen a cartoon that is based in Colombia, where you see people eating empanadas, and when where you see all our the colors of the flag and our little sandals and all of that stuff represented. It's incredible. I really do feel seen. I feel like a lot of people here are going to appreciate this film. I feel like this is a film that Colombia needs, especially after all the turmoil that it's had and how it's been represented in the media. I think Disney is really doing a good thing, and people are really going to love it.
And a lot of the voice cast as well has direct ties to Colombia. So John, how do you feel that helps the authenticity of the whole movie?
I think that's genius. I mean, if you're going to do movies about Latin America, you need to bring in those artists. You got to bring in Latinx artists. You got to bring artists who are of that nationality. And the most beautiful thing I found was the spectrum of skin tones and hair textures. For me, that was so powerful, because even in my own family, that's how the spectrum is, from super dark to super light skin and super tight curls to straight jet black hair. I mean, to see that represented so well, that warmed my heart.
And the visuals are stunning. I was wondering, did you guys get to see anything before you started recording the voices? Did you have any input on how your characters looked?
I saw sketches of what Mirabelle was going to look like, and that alone was really special, because as somebody who grew up wearing glasses with curly textured hair, it was really special to know that the Disney heroine in this film was going to look a lot like I did when I was 14 years old. And then I did see some animation, I got to see initial animation of myself and Diane's character singing "What Else Can I Do," which I think was really helpful for me, because I didn't know Mirabelle's journey through that song until I started to see the animation that the animators were creating. And then I knew how to weave my way through the song using my voice. It's funny because I think a lot of times you hear the animators see your face on film. They record us when we're doing the voiceovers in the booth, and they use some of those video recordings to help inform their work. But I think for me, it also is the opposite. I mean, once I see what they're creating, I often can use that as a jumping off point for my own work. And it was really helpful and fun and beautiful and exciting, because you would start to see the film kind of growing before your eyes. You would see it morphing and changing, and that was really thrilling.
Still couldn't get how incredible it really ended up being like next level animation. I mean, when I did Ice Age, the hair didn't move; it was like concrete. And now the curls have bounce and
oh my gosh, the curls.
Oh, it's beautiful. There's one shot I think where Mirabel's just about to go into Bruno's cave, or no, into his bedroom, and the light like going through her curly hair. It was just lovely.
Yeah, it's so good. They're incredibly talented, and they've raised the bar yet again, which is saying something big for Disney animation. I think audiences are going to be really shocked at how gorgeous and lush and vibrant this film really is.
I loved that this had like a real mystery at the center of it, but it kind of made me come up with some really interesting theories as I was watching it. There was a point where I was like, okay, so Mirabel has like green rimmed glasses and Bruno has green eyes. So like maybe they're like a reincarnation of one another. I was going on some weird tangents. So can you guys remember when you were reading the script, can you remember thinking, oh, this is going to go that way, and you were completely off? Obviously we can't spoil what actually happened, so let's go on like different tangents.
Yeah, I mean, I remember reading, like, I think that the coolest thing about the script is that it does take these turns that I'm not sure that I've ever seen before in a Disney film. And Charisse Castro-Smith and Jared Bush, who wrote the film, did an incredibly good job of sort of like pointing to things without giving anything away, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I feel like it's one of those ones that you watch and then you're going to go back and be like, ah.
100%.
I mean, I thought it was so brilliant to like, you know, once she met with Bruno and they saw the vision, and something is like, what's going to save the family? Something as simple as hug your sister, you know, like something as simple as like love, you know, which so many of us sort of like bypass. Like love is not, you know, we don't live in a society where love is on the forefront, you know, and imagine what that would look like. And I think that there was such a simple message, so nuanced. It wasn't like, this is, you know, it could have been a number of things, but you start there, right? You start with understanding each other. You start with loving each other. I think that's beautiful. And so right.
Yeah, because so many things are breaking up families, you know. COVID was a really tough test on families, marriages, relationships. I mean, I heard a lot of divorce situations happen, and I can understand why. I mean, it was like you were locked up with each other 24/7, and it tests a relationship. And here you are. This movie comes at the end of this pandemic, and my family's already making plans to all go together. And I hear a lot of other families planning to go all together to have a communal experience outside, you know, because we haven't had that in 2 years.
So you brought up COVID, and I was just wondering, you guys filmed this, recorded this fairly recently, right? So I'm assuming, I know that animation it can be sort of an isolating experience to record anyway, but I guess that was sort of amplified by that. And there are a lot of big ensemble musical numbers in this. I was wondering what that was like to record. Did you just like do your bits and listen to, like, who was the first one to record their first bit? And then someone else could listen to that to record their bit.
Yeah, kind of got it piecemeal. It kind of came, I mean, we've all been working on the voiceover stuff for this for the past 2 years. So what really was, a lot of it started getting recorded when the global pandemic began. And so it was a lot of Disney animation kind of going like, well, how do we keep making this film? And everyone got really creative and worked really hard, from everyone from the sound booths that we were in, but all the way through like all of our producers and everyone just trying their best to figure out how to solve the problem to make the film happen. But yes, you would hear people sort of piecemeal, like maybe on this day that I would go in, I would hear one voice and everything else was Lynn. And then maybe on another day, I would hear many more voices. Sometimes it was just us acting with ourselves or our directors. But yeah, like the first time that I heard John's recording was really cool because it was so unexpected. I mean, John's a brilliant comedian and actor, and so like all of those things mixed into Bruno was really fun because it was very unexpected, not anything that I could have ever imagined on the page. And then you hear it over your headphones, you go like, oh, this is what it's going to be. Okay, cool. Now I get to play with this. You know, that was very life-giving as an actor.
And John and Diane, your characters have a bit of a complicated relationship with their gifts. If you, as yourselves, could choose a gift from the film or, anything that you could conjure up in your imagination, what would you choose rather than be given to you?
I choose Bruno's. I want to be able to predict the future. Absolutely. And I think I'm like working on, not caring about just telling the truth no matter what. And so I think that would be mine. I'm like excited to just like be such a truth teller and like, even if it like devastates people.
I like that you took that away from the film, that he's scared of his gift. You were like, no, I want that one. That's the one I want.
Yeah, because Bruno does have a gift that nobody wants. I mean, he tells them what's really going to happen, and nobody wants to, their goldfish to die, their hair to fall out. You know what I mean? He's like that uncle that always talks too much, has a few drinks, and then starts telling the truth, and wrecks the whole family event.
So I just have to say really quickly, Digital Spy readers are really into Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so I have to ask this before I wrap up. I've only got like a few seconds, but I just wanted to ask how it's been saying goodbye to that show this year. I'm a big fan myself as well.
Oh, thank you. It's been very hard, but very satisfying. I think we ended the season and the series in the way that we really wanted to. And, for most people that have seen the series finale, I think it's like such a heartwarming kind of lovely, fun, silly, goofy wrap up to the show, which is really all of those words that I just said really is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, lovely, funny, silly, goofy, but it's been hard because, I spent 8 years with that cast and I love them so dearly and I miss them every day. And, texting each other and talking to each other, of course, is great, but I really miss them. They're my buddies. They're some of my best friends in the world, and I love and respect them and miss them.